Hi everyone. As you probably would have discovered by now after listening to a few of my videos, talking on various life experiences that we all go through, but perhaps on the spiritual path, not so much ground ourselves into a bit more depth awareness of how we're using our energy and how we can take notice of other aspects that we didn't think of before or just haven't thought of as much, to deepen our understanding of just how much more powerful we are, and as one with the universe, the access we have in being more aware. So what I talk about is meeting people at a grounded perspective of this wholeness view. So just want to give that brief overview again. For the awareness of that's where it's at. So the foundation is maintaining the amazing experience of the heart level foundation that we haven't fully embraced yet, due to when we speak of energy, it's like an out there thing. The only time we really refer to energy for ourselves is in like physicality. Oh, I don't feel like I have the energy today, etc. Like that kind of talk. But now we are opening to and are in that shift. So what the majority of us talk about to do with that shift is having a more expansive, grounded awareness, and we assist each other in this way. That is of a spiritual nature. It's embracing the spirit more. So you may be able to read what I've got on the board. If not, I'm going to read it anyway. So the spiritual nature embraces the fact that we can feel certain things and they're not necessarily seen, but they have a lot of power to them, and we haven't really acknowledged that power, which is our energy and the access of what we call things like forgiveness, faith, and trust. So I'm not coming from this from any religious angle. I'm coming from, in everything I talk about, I'm coming from the power behind what we call these words, because that's pretty much it. Like, our spoken word is energy. So we all know what forgiveness, faith, and trust is, but not at any really acknowledged kind of level. It's kind of a bit blasé-ish, like we'll mention, just have faith. But really, how much faith does someone have when we say that to each other? Or just trust it's going to be okay. And that really is the truth of it, because even though stuff is happening in this world, which we're meant to go through challenges, we can trust that we're part of a universe, we're not here forever, And the universe does have its plan for our soul paths. We're never not watched over. So there's so much more power in feeling into these things a bit more often. So that's why when I started writing on the board, which can seem like a lot of writing all over the place, life is not so serious. Use forgiveness with faith. Faith is power in the universe. So you're opening to have faith in something you can't grab a hold of. Faith in power of the universe. Things will get better as you flow in trust. And the trust is developed by this flow. So I had the visuals of waves, and I like to follow my visuals because they have a lot of spiritual life to them. Like they speak, it just keeps going. So the visual is of a wave. So, you know, that kind of go with the flow feeling. Life is not so serious. I'm not here forever. To really embrace that, not completely, you know, we're not completely in like a, but we can be. We can face serious things in life and go and do them with that internal sort of peaceful state of being, that life is not so serious, but we do bring to the forefront things we need at the time. So if we need to get, you know, a little bit serious about organizing something or talking about something, we get that done. But it doesn't mean we leave that peaceful state inside ourselves. It just means we've got more of that peaceful platform to perform better at, you know, our souls interacting. So the wave is like a reminder that everything's energy in motion. So we're all, the main reason for this is we've all got unforgiveness in some way. Sometimes it's just in the day, like something happens and we just hold on to it for a bit, or over our lifetimes we might, you know, just be so, haven't dealt with an emotion and we just feel entitled to hold on to it. So this comes down to, like, the full scope of this comes down to our energy on the planet, our physical being. If we're holding on to these denser mindsets, it's denser root system. So you don't have the clear flow through your channels of light through physicality, so your meridians. So if you have that denser root system and things are held onto, then they can accumulate in your light field and block up different areas. So that can affect spiritual, mental, emotional, physical in different ways for all of us. So it is assisting the rising consciousness if you notice when you're holding on to perhaps a pissed off kind of attitude really densely, like the intensity can be really dense for a short period, and then you can clear it. Or if you're just going to persist holding on to something in your life, just be aware. And it does block up the heart channel, because then the heart doesn't feel like it has room to experience, because it's so caught up that, you know, life should have been a certain way and why did that happen, that you're not present for all your light channels to feel like you can shine out. So forgiveness is a big one for that. So like I was saying, if you, like, you're at the beach and you're just like, I'm going to get, and I'm chilling. And sometimes you don't even have to think it. You just arrive and you're just like, okay, it's time to just let the waves of life crash, and I'm just going to sit and enjoy nature. So when we approach unforgiveness, so if we're going to do it more consciously, and we might have a build up, and this is why being by the water can help clear some emotional stagnation, and you're grounding your feet in the sand, so more thoughts can come in and enter and perhaps ground, so you can walk away from the beach feeling better. Not to mention like the salt air and everything, cleansing, shedding. So you can be on the beach, say, in life, because you decide to have, like, I'm going to forgive. Because you got this awareness that you're going to block up your field. So it's for the betterment of you, your temporary life experience. Going back to life is not so serious because we're not here forever. Use forgiveness with faith in power of the universe. So like you're on the beach and you decide, okay, I'm going through this. I've got to let it go. I'm going to have faith that things are going to get better. The feeling is your energy will rise in that faith energy rather than ruminate and slow down energy and life perspective, etc. So faith, and you feel the lift in faith, and the wave is like you're in trust now. Faith is taking you into trust. You are from instigating, I'm going to forgive, I have faith that things will get better, I'm going to forgive. The forgiveness part is the faith, and the held up part is you're trusting in faith things will get better. So this is where you and the universe come into play. So the landing is different. It's like you can carry on and the waves continue. But if we don't have these things, we're just seeing waves crash all the time. There's nothing more to it. We think we can't, believe in something new. We can't do something new. It's just the way it is. And we just ruminate as to why. But once you get to this stage, and it's the development in trust, and this is our energy in motion that we've chosen to perceive, in a higher perspective, a higher energy. We got out of the crashing waves sort of box mentality. Life is better. So that's where the energy of you and the universe are one. You prove to yourself things do get better. Life isn't forever, so it's okay to allow yourself to move on. So this is a lift of your consciousness up to the heart level to keep perceiving lighter. Okay, and then lightening your energy is this one with the universe, and you feel like you're capable of more. So this energy accessed is wise use of our own energy in lifetime as one with the universe and beyond. So it affects the whole and all the different layers, levels, places we cannot be right now fully. We're here experiencing this for this lifetime. So, yes. So we work with the inside changes felt, and this is you and the universe. This is our yin aspect. I'm just bringing this into play because it plays a part, obviously. It's energy. It's our yin-yang aspect blended as one. So the main reason I've got that there is that we don't forget to work with the universe in this way. So we don't forget to listen to our inside. which is where we've been. We've been tipped right over the balance of our insides don't matter. We give our power away. We give our power away to those that seem like they've got it all under control, and we're here to do things a certain way, and we'll enjoy ourselves, you know, a few days a week perhaps, and hopefully feel a bit lighter in the busyness and structured down of life. So like, it's just a slowed down emphasis on some people know what's good for us, but we don't know what's good for ourselves. So the highlight is we work with the inside changes felt, and this is you and the universe. This is our yin aspect, so we can't let this go anymore. And it is the feminine side, like this, the quieter, softer yin side. For instance, when you go to sleep at night, it is the yin side. So it's all the replenishment in the organs, the blood flow as you're resting. You know, you're being nurtured, your body is being nurtured. It's that kind of softer flow to life emphasis. But yeah, it's still yang because there's activity going on, but you're resting. So that's why it's always working together. And then so we do this, okay, so we're acknowledging this more. And so this is where we need to, I'm going to say the word and people don't, or the sentence with the word, where people don't really want to, because this is where we're leaving and to where we need to head. We need to dialogue with that internal world. So it's no joke really when I keep mentioning, and probably others, that to get into a meditative state, whether it's creatively or actually sitting to get yourself into that meditative state, to release the mind and feel that internal world, and then allow what will occur as a the vaster side of you and spirit guides, if you go so far as to expand and acknowledge and include the awareness that you can, but that internal world, soul, and the expansive extensiveness of communication, our intuitive senses can grow and grow. There really is no limits. So it all starts with the dialogue of it. And one of the good teachers that assisted me with that, I was actually watching yesterday, James Van Praagh. I've done a few different courses of his, but 1 year ago just really walked me into the fact that you have to embrace your energy. It is an actual thing. Instead of, just do your regular meditation. Now, you don't have to. You can just do your regular meditation. But we are at the age of Aquarius, which is the evolution at the moment, which is your spirit coming more online and acknowledging the soul availability of communication rather than shutting ourselves down. So there's lots of teachers where you might find they will inspire or speak to your soul as to how to be a little disciplined in really just going with the flow, though, not disciplined, but opening up to different teachings that really ground this awareness. So dialoguing is not always speaking. It is sitting and being present for yourself. So when you can clear any kind of jagged sort of mind mentality in a meditation state, you'll find your center and you'll get to know the feeling of your energy field rather than just of an identity in physical form. So that's the yin we need to accept. So it's not just in sleep, obviously, which we all know. We rest, we feel rejuvenated. Well, unless we've got mind stuff bogging us down, distracting our sleep and all different things accumulating or escalating from that. So when our yin is replenished, then we can wake up in the day and go into yang. So yang is also inviting in change. So it's also in the energy field of, you're not just going to be yin about it, you're going to accept in the dialogue that you may have inspiration or guidance for something. So we do this work to invite or accept in bringing in change. So growth, action, yang. So in dialogue we have both of that. So that's why meditation or doing creative like flow activity, or even like walking, hiking, etc., you can get your balance of that in and outer, and don't have too much sort of discrepancies in that. You know it's important, so you're not just going to carry on sort of forcefully in the world. You come back into yourself and move forward. And you never stop doing that. And you notice the imbalance whenever you're not feeling that balance. You make the practice and habit of it. Yes, so that's that. And then another level to it is the forgiveness part. Means, and I'm just going to So with the forgiveness part of anything as well, and also to do with anything else that we're going through, honesty is a word thrown around a bit that probably doesn't have enough integrity put to it in a way that we take it seriously for ourselves, for our energy. So when we've got to face something, so this is our heart center, so this is like a scale of lower to higher vibration. So sometimes we need to get deeply honest in the quiet with ourselves. So it feels like we have to go down, 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 and trust that. That's good, okay? Because before too long, this is like a scale of vibration, expansion, feeling better at the heart level. So just don't discount taking the time in dialogue to be like I've got written here, be your own friend. So, you know, if you want the best, if you've had a friendship where you know you want the best for someone, or even like a child-parent relationship, you want the best for them, sometimes you're going to have to say things that you don't want to, or don't know how to approach, or question if it's right or not. But this is the kind of friendship you need to give yourself, and sometimes be brutal and sometimes blunt, or like just get down there and like talk this out with yourself, kind of thing, in your energy field, or write it down. So if you got issues that are going on around the heart, you need to start ground level. So sometimes you may not want to approach something that's going on in your life, but if you do the sitting and like the spiritual side of life, the practice of it, to clear the mind, settle into your, you know, yin, breathe through it. And I think I'll be doing a meditation soon to go over all sorts of depth to do with this. Just trust that honesty is the scale to take you up. And if you go down into it, it's also because you're going to go up. It really does clear the air. So the other things I wanted to mention to do with this is the picture of, oh, there's the word forgiveness that I've just rubbed out at the base of the heart there. So let's go with that, because it is forgiveness that lifts us above ground level, or unforgiveness will just keep taking us down in, you know, density, etc., like I was talking about before. So forgiveness will get us up with, you know, the high vibrations developed in, you know, faith, trust. Now I'm working with the energies of the universe, and they're unlimited and I'm a part of it. So that's forgiveness, but also what takes us up even further is the gratitude practice. So even though we have to be brutally honest with ourselves sometimes and actually look at what the world might be telling us, you know, because we're not perfect, so we're going to go through challenges, and the world could be saying, you know, could be in your face. It's important to go into your depth and ask the universe, I'm sitting for the honest help, so that you can clear and get inspiration. Forgiveness will help, and being your own friend and also the world's friend. So knowing that a lot of the time people aren't really trying to hurt us, but because of the fear-based living we've been in, we perceive it as though survival and caution, and then we might even take it into, oh, something is wrong with us, etc. Which can be a natural sort of wave of thought, but it's not something we have to stay in, that out there knows better than us and we aren't good enough or don't have what it takes, and, you know, and it's all out there. It's more the outside world is a part of the whole design of all of us souls being here, and we're going to be challenged at times, and not to give in to the challenge as though it's the yin and yang interplay again. Don't give in to the challenge, but rise in who you are from your internal world, dialogue, speak, practice, spirituality, taking care of yourself, etc., getting rest, eating well. These kind of balances to say, you know, it is that push and pull in the world, that yin and yang between us all to rise in who we are. So it's that balance of yin, yang, this is who I am to the world. So when I said maybe perceived like the world's coming at us at different times, or why did that happen, etc., it's good to have a daily little practice of gratitude, so not take life seriously, let go of things, and also forgive, because really we don't know why people do what they do, but there might have been something in it for us, and in the forgiveness energy, we'll receive the answers that we really want rather than just getting mad at the world or something. So yeah, if we're in unforgiveness, it's more of a repeat energy feeling of the lower trying to figure stuff out vibrations. But honesty opens us up. If not, you know, roots could just pull us down if we're not opening up in honesty to get the answers that we really want. I think that's all I wanted to sort of lay out for consideration of all of us. But on this same page that I've got open on my notes book, I wrote something, it was last year, but I just want to read it out because it really summarizes what I want to talk about today. So, strengthen the heart is the heading, and its relevance to everything in our lives. It's like we're taught to pacify the heart language from being free, and instead rely solely more on the head. This builds walls, not life experience required for soul and health. So, for instance, I'll just finish on giving an example, not specific, I don't think, but just an example that if we're thinking life so much, then we're in the head, in caution. And you don't want to be in caution so much. You want to be in trust that you're here as a whole experience, and you just have that extra sense to do with the whole universe will guide you if, you know, you need to be cautious for certain things in life. Like, they don't want you to be in danger. Like, none of our spirit teams want us to be in danger, so they will highlight when something, you know, could be in our atmosphere or coming up to help guide us, that, you know, our energy fields to respond in a different way or go a different way, etc. So yeah, the head is more staying in caution and wary of the world, and then we can kind of linger in judgment and then anger, and then it could easily go to, you know, the unforgiving nature of this world. Whereas the heart language, being free, reminding ourselves to loosen up. Have a bit of faith that it's all going to be okay. And you'll let go of stuff more, and you get that lift, and the lift is in the trust, and you're working with energy now of the universe. But yeah, this is like a scale. When you get used to like inviting change and you just get honest with it, like you sit with your gut because you got to face something in life or something happened that day, or, you know, and you sit with that energy, you get to free it up in yourself when you've decided you're going to listen to it. And that's the faith and trust too, because when you do decide to sit with it, the loosening up of your energy invites, even though you may not acknowledge them, invites the inspiration from guidance teams. Or, you know, you'll pick up some inspiration from the universe, and guidance teams will be supporting it because they know you so well. So you'll receive more. So it's all really heart level, scaling up higher vibrations in which we are. So less dependence and noticing when we're in the head more, and bring that balance in. Because yes, we do need to use the head, get organized with some things, but the head needs to be in flow with the heart. So the head is of use with the flow of the whole. Cool. I feel like I explained that really well, that I understood it anyway. I'm sure you did too. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.